living and dead who did these things, we dedicate this program,
The Dambusters,
presented by the author himself, Paul Brickhill, dramatized by Morris West, an Australasian radio production.
Good evening, this is Paul Brickhill speaking. After the successful dam-busting raid, 617 Squadron wondered about the future. It was common knowledge that they had been formed specifically to destroy the Ruhr dams. So what was to happen to them now that had been done? Following such a climax, Gibson's men didn't settle calmly to a program of dour routine training. They were bored and inclined to be playful. Their CO had to think up various schemes to keep their discipline up to the mark.
Chiefy?
Sir?
Chiefy, this has got to stop.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. What's got to stop, sir?
The squadron's slackened up. Ever since the dams raid, they've been getting worse and worse. Now we'll have to find something to keep them busy.
Well, if you don't mind my saying so, sir, it's the air crews that have to be kept busy. The ground staff are pretty well occupied with service and maintenance and checking the new aircraft that have been coming in. The air crew, sir.
All right. Yes, Chiefy, I know. I've had them on test flights and training flights till they're blue in the face. The rest of the time, they seem to spend recovering from hangovers.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem, sir. We could give them some physical jerks, sir.
Physical jerks. Good idea. Very good for the liver, they tell me. All right, Chiefy. Post it up. 2 compulsory parades a day for all, repeat all, air crew.
Physical jerks, they won't like it, sir.
No. Well, then we'll double it up until they do. If you find any slackers, Chiefy, send them to me. Shannon?
Yes, sir.
Lego.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Couple of fine, fit men who don't need any exercise, eh? You weren't on parade for PT this morning. Any explanation?
Oh, yeah, well, you know the way it is, Guy.
Sir!
Sir, there was a heavy night in the mess last night, sir.
There have been too many heavy nights and too much slacking on the mornings after.
Yes, sir.
Lego? What have you got to say?
Well, well, to tell you the truth, Guy, I took my girl out last night.
She didn't stay the night. So that's no excuse for not getting up.
No, sir.
Just to remind you two clots that this is still a working squadron, and that you're still getting paid for working, the pair of you will take a run this afternoon right round the perimeter of the airfield.
Oh, no, Guy.
Sir!
No, sir.
And because it was your job to get these men out of bed, Chiefy, and because you didn't get them out, you'd better take a run with them.
Yes, sir.
And that's all. Now get the hell out of here and don't let it happen again.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. No.
Let me see. 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. Well, tomorrow's the day, Mickey.
Yes, Guy. Buckingham Palace for the pinning on of gongs. By the way, I've got myself a new uniform for the occasion. Like it?
Won't that set you back, Mickey?
Oh, too much. I don't suppose you could possibly lend me a tenner, could you?
Well, make it a $5 and I'll think about it.
Oh, where can you take a girl for a fiver?
Well, if she's a nice girl.
Heaven forbid.
All right, Mickey. I'll stand your tenner.
Too bad you married.
Wives cost even more.
Your wife coming down, Guy?
Yes, I'm meeting her in London.
Well, look, come down with me. We get ourselves a nice, quiet compartment with a bottle of scotch to shorten the journey.
Oh, no, I'm getting old, Mickey.
Oh.
So are you, if you only knew it. Hey, get out of here and let me do some work.
I'll see you at Buckingham Palace, Guy.
This is the news from the BBC, and this is John Hunter reading it. History was made today when Her Majesty the Queen took an investiture at Buckingham Palace. This is the first time since the days of Queen Victoria that a queen has taken an investiture. A second historic event was the decoration of an entire squadron of the RAF, Squadron 617, the dam-busting squadron. This decoration took precedence over all others, even the award of the Victoria Cross to the squadron's commander, Wing Commander Guy Gibson. As a special gesture of gratitude, a London company is tonight entertaining the whole squadron to a celebration dinner.
Give us another drink. Pass it down, will you? Listen, did you see Joe McCarthy? When the Queen came along to talk to him, all he could say was, "Well, ma'am, well, ma'am."
Now, it's just as well she didn't talk to you, Davy. You were out on your feet.
Well, I was not. I was holding up Mickey Martin so he wouldn't fall flat in his face.
That's a lie. We were all on our toes to keep Guy Gibson from disgracing the whole squadron.
Gentlemen, I will not be quiet. I don't want to hear a gong drop. I have momentous news. Shush. Gentlemen, 617 is a wonderful squadron. The newspaper said, the man in the street says, and the girl said. And we've got a crate full of gongs to prove it. And what's more, we've had a song written about us. Yeah, a real song. I can't sing, so I'll read you the word.
No, sit down, Davy. We already know them.
I will not sit down. I am going to read them. Quiet, everybody, quiet. The words of our song. The words of our song. The Möhne and the Eder dams were standing in the Ruhr, but 617 Squadron went and knocked them till the floor. Knocked them to the floor. Now, since that Operation 617's been a flop, and we've got the reputation of the squadron with one up.
That'll get a tune of John Brown's Body.
All right, good enough. Righto, chaps. Hey. 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3.
The Möhne and the Eder dams were standing in the Ruhr, but 617 Squadron went and knocked them to the floor. Now since that Operation 617's been a flop, and we've got the reputation of the squadron with one up. Lovely!
How true. We do one up, they load us with gongs, and then send us back to run 4 times round the perimeter.
Let's give her.
Come in. It's Hugh Gibson. I've been expecting you. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice leave?
Yes, very good, thanks.
Good fishing?
Well, you know the way it is. The scenery's good.
Yeah.
That was quite a show at the palace. And after.
Yes, wasn't it? I understand Her Majesty was very worried about the health of the squadron.
So was I, sir. Some of the boys were very tired. However, I've been getting them back into condition.
Are they taking kindly to it?
No, not very.
I didn't bring you down here, Gibson, just to exchange courtesies.
No, sir.
Air Marshal Harris and I have been having some long discussions about you and your future.
Yes, sir.
Gibson, how many tours of duty have you done?
3, sir. Then there was the dam-busting raid, of course.
That means you've been on operational flying pretty well since the beginning of the war.
Oh, yes, sir, but I'm as fit now as I ever was. I'm fitter, in fact. See, this last leave has set me up.
I'm sorry, Gibson. The decision's already made. No more ops for you.
Well, look, sir, this isn't fair at all. Well, don't you see, sir, I've just built a squadron. They've done a wonderful job so far. Given a little more time, we could make them one of the crack outfits of Bomber Command. I know they've got a lot of rough edges, and that's my fault.
There's no question of fault, Guy. And 617 is a crack squadron now. There's no question of your own capacity. But the fact is, you've done your job. You've done more than your job. And I think, and Harris thinks, that it's time you had a rest.
Well, then, why not give me a rest, sir? Give me a month, or 2 months. But let me go back.
No, Guy. I'm sorry. I owe it to you, and, well, I owe it to your wife.
Well, there doesn't seem to be much else to say, does there? Who's going to take over the squadron?
George Holden.
Oh, yes. Very good man.
Well, I'll get you to stay on for a few days, just to show him the ropes, and, excuse me, Gibson. Cochran here. Oh, hello, sir. Air Marshal Harris, Guy. Yes, sir? Yes, as a matter of fact, he's here with me now, sir. Yes? I see. Yes, I think it's a very good idea, sir. Thanks. Yes, I'll tell him now. Mm-hmm. Goodbye, sir. Well, Guy, that phone call has decided your future. You are going to the United States of America with the Prime Minister.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I suppose I should say thank you, but... Well, do you mind if I go now, sir?
Don't take it too hard, Guy. Don't take it too hard.
Gibson had grown immensely proud of the squadron he had formed and moulded. The news that he was to be taken off active flying and to leave his command was not pleasant for him, and the squadron thought no better of the decision. To them, Guy Gibson, who had earned a VC with them, was 617 Squadron.
Oh, but look here, they can't do it, Guy. They can't do it.
Well, they can, and they have, Mickey. I'm grounded for good and all.
Guy, what happens to the squadron?
All go on, Davy. After all, you'll be getting off PT.
Oh, to hell with that guy. We're all cheesed off. Who is this bloke Holden, anyway?
Well, he's quite a boy. Got an excellent record, DSO, DFC.
Well, gongs don't mean anything.
Exactly.
It's the bloke that wears them.
Give him a break, Mickey. 617's a tough outfit. You need all the help you taps can give him.
All right, Guy, if you say so. Oh, by the way, of course you know it, but we're going out tonight.
Yeah. It's, you're leading, aren't you?
Hmm?
What's it look like?
A piece of cake. Power stations near Bologna and Genoa.
Yeah. One good thing, though, we're refueling in North Africa. Plays it up a bit. Boy, oh boy. The Casbah, the beautiful dancing girls, the red wine.
Well, the dancing girls are bad for little boys, and the Casbah's out of bounds to all ranks.
Oh, I knew it. I knew there was a catch in it somewhere.
I tell you what, Guy. When we get to North Africa, we'll load up with wine and fruit, and when we come back, we'll have a party to end all parties. Sort of a send-off. Huh?
Well, bring back the wine by all means, but count me out of the party, will you?
But why, for Pete's sake?
Because I'm so browned off. I'll probably break down and weep into my liquor.
Take it easy, Guy.
Oh, to hell with it. Buy me another beer, will you, Mickey?
Glad you were able to come so quickly, Wallace. We need you badly.
Well, what is it this time, Cochrane?
Well, first, I want you to look at these.
Yes?
These are photographs of new concrete installations being built right along the French and Belgian coast. Blockhouses, as you see. And big concrete platforms with this curious structure repeated on each one.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Reports from our agents on the French coast indicate that these installations are on a mammoth scale. The walls are anything up to 16 feet thick, and the roofs 20 feet thick and more. It's heavy stuff, very heavy, all reinforced with heavy gauge steel.
What are they?
Well, I'm coming to that. Now, look at this.
Yeah.
This was brought back a few days ago by one of our reconnaissance aircraft. It's a new factory, just built at Peenemünde. What interests us particularly are these curious shapes.
Well,
here, and here.
yes. Look rather like bombs. Outside, of course.
Well, that's what we thought at first, until these other reports started to come in. I've got a whole lot of dope here that you'll have to take away and read. But, summarizing the information, we believe that those curious-looking gadgets are rockets, and the installations on the French coast, launching platforms.
Oh, I see. So this is the new terror weapon we've been hearing so much about lately.
That's right. And it is a terror weapon, Wallace. We've scaled up drawings from those photographs, and we found that they were the size of a small aircraft.
What?
They must carry a terrific warhead. And, I'm afraid, we've got no defense against them.
No defense?
None at all. You see, even if their approach could be signaled, which it can't, their speed would be such that we'd have little chance of intercepting them before impact.
I see.
The Germans can, and will, aim them at London. And unless we can do something about it, well, the city will be wiped out in very short order.
It's rather terrifying, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, academically speaking, the only possible defense is to destroy the launching platforms.
More than that, Wallace. We've got to destroy all the installations that go with them, most of which are underground and protected by all those masses of ferroconcrete.
Why have you called me in?
Well, I've got a copy of a memo here. It's dated 1940, a long time ago. It appears that you had then a crazy idea about an earthquake bomb.
Seem to have had quite a lot of crazy ideas then.
This memo says that you could design a big bomb, 6 tons or 10 tons, to penetrate deep into the earth and cause an earthquake.
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember that.
How soon could you let me have one?
What?
I mean it, Wallace. How soon could you let me have one?
Oh. About 4 or 5 months. There's a lot of work to it, you know. I'd have to get full facilities.
You'll get 'em. Now, will you go and see Sir Charles Craven right away? I'll ring him and tell him you're coming over.
Wherever I turn, Wallace, you seem to be standing on my doorstep.
Well, sir, I did offer to, get myself out of your hair, as the Americans say.
That's enough now. That's enough, Wallace. No sense in raking over dead ashes. You did a magnificent job on the dams project. Magnificent. Well, what do you want this time?
Well, sir, I understand you've already been told about it.
Huh?
The Air Ministry wants an earthquake bomb.
I know what the Air Ministry wants, Wallace. The point is, what do you want?
Well, sir, I need full factory facilities in Sheffield for a period of not less than 4 months. Probably 5 or 6.
Full factory facilities? You realize what that means, Wallace? It means 20,000 men who are at this moment fully engaged on essential production. It can't be done.
In that case, sir, there's no need to continue the discussion. If I can't get the facilities, I can't make the bomb. Will you inform the Air Ministry to that effect?
Oh, blast you. You're such an infernally touchy fellow, Wallace.
Well, look, sir, you know yourself just what's involved in a project like this. I need draftsmen, metallurgical experts, casters, founders, production line facilities. You can't do anything otherwise.
And, do you think you can produce something that works?
Well, I've always managed to do so in the past, sir.
Huh? Yeah, so you have. All right. I'll do what I can. Telephone me in 48 hours, and I'll let you know the answer. Oh, hello, Wallace. It's Craven here. Huh, you don't know what you've started. At first sight, you're throwing the whole of British production out of gear. Huh? Yes, I know, but that's a fact, Wallace, and it's not nearly as easy as it sounds. The best thing you can do is to come up to London immediately. No, I can't possibly discuss it over the phone. What? Yes. Right. Goodbye. Now, just take a look at some of our problems, Wallace. We've got to find a new method of casting steel and new hardening alloys.
Yes?
This bomb of yours will hit the ground faster than sound. The case must be strong enough to withstand that shock and penetrate to the required depth.
Quite.
Well, at this moment there are only 2 factories in England, only 2 which are capable of making your castings.
Well, couldn't we divert one of them to the job?
No, not a hope. Both are fully occupied on priority work.
Then we'll have to build another factory.
Build another factory? If you ever get to heaven, Wallace, it'll be on a shoestring. Now then, after the castings have been made, if they're made, well, they've got to be machined. No one company can do the whole job. We'll have to send the castings all over England to have them finished.
That's inconvenient.
Yes.
But I suppose we'll have to do it.
You suppose? Oh, Wallace, you're impossible, man. Now, here's something else to put in your pipe. Do you know there's not a single machine in England to fill these bombs with? You know that?
Yes.
That means we'll have to design them.
Well,
we've got to make fuses strong enough to withstand the impact. We've got to design special trucks and dollies to carry them, and special winches to lift them into the aircraft. And that isn't all, Wallace. Not by a long shot it isn't. Because when all that's been done, my dear Wallace, we've got to redesign 100 planes and more to enable them to carry the ruddy things. Well, what have you got to say now?
oh dear, there's such a lot to do, isn't there? Hello? Hello? Is that you, Chadwick?
Hello? Yes, this is Chadwick. Haven't heard from you in a long time, old boy. How are you, Wallace?
Oh, not bad. Rather busy. Tell me, Chadwick, You make the things. Can your Lancasters carry 17,000 pounds for 250 miles?
17,000?
Hmm.
Oh, yes, Wallace, more easily.
Well, look, could they carry, say, 19,000?
Yes, I think so.
Well, now, Roy, how about going to the full 10 tons?
10 tons? Good Lord. Oh, Wallace, my dear fellow, I don't know about that.
Now, come on, old boy. Say you tried more powerful engines and strengthened the undercarts.
It's possible, I suppose. Yes, I suppose it could be done. But listen, Wallace, it's a hell of a lot of work. When do you want these things ready?
5 months?
5 months?
Yes, that's right. You will see what you can do for me, won't you, old man?